Session of A with Antron Brown. And okay, welcome to the Racing Nut Show. This is the first session with A to B with Antron Brown. Antron, welcome to the Racing Nut Show again. It's great to have you. We're going to have you every week and check in with you and see what you're doing and get some insight and some stories from you that probably nobody else can get, nobody else can give but you. Now, you had the beginning of the season last weekend. A lot of big news surrounding you and everything that you're doing at the same time. We'll go into all that, but and Pomona, what happened in Pomona? First race of the year. I mean, that's the first place you won that so far, right?
Yeah, I mean, Pomona has always been a good place to start for us. You know, Steve, the crazy part of it is we had some crazy conditions on Sunday. Like
Right.
conditions a lot of us didn't race in, and we just got bit by that first round, brother. Just we weren't prepared for that track to be that tight. You're
Mm-hmm.
talking about a track temperature of like 70 some degrees. Track was super firm where you can go out there and throw down a world record run, but that's also your Achilles heel because when it gets so tight like that, is that you either go or you shake really bad,
That's
and
what
our
happened.
car was just one of the cars that shook, and
Okay.
we got off the line, got out in front, but the difference of it is that we shook and he made it down, and he just shook later down the racetrack and went at 392 and beat us, man. But you know what? We're licking our wounds up, brother. We're just getting ready for that Phoenix coming up here
Yeah,
another week or so. We're going to get ready to go out and get after it again.
I hear you. And you know what? It's good to get out there and get that loss out of the way. That way you can just start on the WWW all the way down the line. Coletta, he just took off for he took off. He
Man,
was
I think Coletta has won the Winter Nationals for the last 4 years in a row.
comes out
They
swinging.
cannot. They go to that first race and they just show out. And you know what? Hats off Rob Flynn and Dougie and the rest of the gang over there in Troy. They did a great job with that car. They qualified decent, and then on race they just put it all together. They put
Right.
it all together. They shook first round with a 388 where he did a quick pedal job, and he got the round win. And after that, the car was on rails, and he went to the final round where he went right down the track and went 369 and bought the race win home. And that's what it takes now. You got to be in the right spot, the right time, capitalize on all that you have in front of you, and just get after it. And I know our Macro Tools, Global Electronic Technology, Dragster, we're going to get right there, brother. We're going to be there. Trust me. We got TRD with Toyota behind us.
That's
Good
right.
people from Hanks First. We got so many people that's bringing this deal together that we can't wait to get out there for that next race, brother, because we're just going to get better and better with each race.
Okay, let's move over to funny car real quick. Jack Beckman, your teammate, taking a win out there in Pomona. Nice way to start the season off.
Hey, I tell you what, man, I was there and I watched them guys throughout the whole weekend, and Hagen was still in the limelight from everybody.
Mhm.
Our other teammate there at Don Schumacher Racing, where
Okay.
he was qualifying number one, throwing down the gauntlet runs. But the thing about it is, Jack with the Infinite Hero car with Dean Antonelli and John Medlin and that whole crew, they were just like right there. They were qualified number two.
Right.
But all you heard was what Matt Hagen was throwing down. You know what I mean? And the crazy part about it is on race day, that car, it was flawless, man. It was flawless. And they got past first round like everybody else. Everybody shook first round. They shook two, but they made it past it. And in each round that they were in, they just got better and better and better where they got lane choice for the final. And they just threw the
They
gauntlet down the final against Force running that 383.
they figured it out. They definitely had it figured out. And once they started shaking, I guess they knew what they had to do.
Well, you know, if you looked at last year in the countdown,
Mm-hmm.
that car was the car that was dominant in the
Oh,
countdown.
yeah,
They had a great chance to win the championship.
they sure did.
They just lost a lot of close rounds of racing that they could have won, but this is how racing goes.
Yep.
And the car performance was definitely there, and Jack was there. But you know, sometimes
That's
things
the way it goes.
happen, brother, where you're on
Right.
the other end of the stick and you just lose those close races, and that's what they did in the countdown where they lost a lot of close races, and they weren't able to bring that championship home. But I think this year, with the way they worked and what they put into it, you could see Jack's leaving on time, driving the car well, and the car is running on point. And when you put all those ingredients together, great things happen. But we'll see what happens when you come down that 6 races to that countdown, because that's where it really makes a difference.
And you got to be consistent all year. And like we saw last year with Steve Torrance, he was consistent all year. He got to the last 6, and he started fading, and he started missing races, and he started not getting it done. And all of a sudden, at the end, he got done to capture it. But it was kind of shaky for him for a little while. You got to go all season long on the road, like you said.
Yes, you do. And just like you said, Steve, at the end of the day, what you got to remember is that we race 18 races to get into the countdown.
Right.
Okay. And it's not my choice. I mean, that's not my, like, the countdown is not my personal favorite. You know what I mean? I'm an old school type of guy. I grew up around a sport where you count all your points from the beginning to the end, and that's what determines your champion. But in hindsight, I do like the playoff. You get what I mean? I think we should come up with something where we reward the normal season champions, like 1 through 16, have a banquet right there at Indy. And then my personal opinion is the last 6 races, you take those top 16 teams, and those are the only ones that can show up, and they race the last 6 races for a playoff to a championship.
And elimination.
You get what I mean? Like a true playoff. Like,
how about
those
elimination?
16 cars show up, and those 16 cars race. You get what I mean?
Eliminate.
And then they're all tied in. They get a good purse for just showing up, so you can put on a heck of a show for the fans, man. That's what it boils down to.
I would think of the elimination like the NFL does. If you don't make the playoffs, you're out. If you don't
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
And look, even if you just took the top 10, like, how you got the top 10 before only can make the, only makes the playoffs?
Right.
Well, my personal opinion, only those 10 cars should show up.
That's it.
And when you get those 10 cars to show up, guess what happens? Only 8 of them race on race day. 2 teams will not qualify.
Wow. You got some good ideas.
You get what I mean? And then what you do is, we got to sell it first, but we got to get a sponsor to come in and to pay for that, where you run that playoffs and you win another $500,000 for that playoffs.
Oh,
you know what I mean? It's $500,000 for the regular season. So if you win the regular season and the playoffs,
you can
double up, and maybe they'll kick you another $250,000 or another $500,000 and make you get you an extra $1 to win.
That's it.
You know what I mean?
And then everybody, either they're on point or they're out. No doubt.
Absolutely. And then it's intense, and you only got 3 rounds of racing. TV could be live because you catch the action, and the people that make the playoffs get more exposure. They're dialed in.
Good ideas.
You get what at the end of the day, think about this. Think about it. If you don't make the playoffs in the NBA or in NFL, you don't show up. Your season's done.
You're done.
Right?
You start training for next year. Get ready.
Absolutely. Or what you do is you race all year long for a championship, and you make the stakes higher. You get what I mean? Or there's different ways to do it, but I think that we could do it a better way than what we're doing. That's just my personal opinion.
Okay, I got something I want to talk to you about. Anyway, let's go through the last thing. It's pro stock. Jay's Conklin must have went over and took Andrew's car or something, but Jay went out there and won. The year that he's already made the announcement that he's going to retire this year. It's going to be his last year of full-time racing. So it seems like Jag's striking for the fence.
Well, Jags is retiring, but not just Jags, but don't forget Jason Line too.
Okay.
Jason Line's retiring in Pro Stock Car also, where he's just going to go back to
going to change
working on race engines and dynoing. And Jag retires, but Jag, this ain't the first time Jag retired.
It's like Ozzy.
Think about it. Jag retires. What he does is, let me tell you something. When you go to all the races you go to every year, and Pro Stock Cars going to 18 races, they used to go to 24.
Right.
It's a long season. It beats you down.
Sure
you get what I mean? Not the racing part of it, just the traveling, the hustle and bustle, being on the road, being away from the family. Jack's got a son that's in college that plays golf. You get what I mean? So he's got a little girl, too, a daughter. So he might want to spend a little bit more family time, and he also runs the family business.
Yes, he does.
You get what I mean? So I could see that from all kind of different angles. I don't know why or what's why he's doing it, but Jed Coughlin loves drag racing.
That's right.
Do
That's
I
all.
think he's done? Absolutely not. That's my opinion. Don't know, but I think you're going to see him come back. You will
Oh,
see
yeah.
him come back
He
because
wants.
that man is a drag racing gladiator.
Yeah, he is. He's the best. And I tell you, it just seems like I thought Warren the Professor was going to come back, and he never did make it back. And he was one of those guys that was like the iron side, never went away. But he did. He just stopped. He really never.
WJ just got to the age where he was ready to kick back, and trust me, he still works in his shop.
Uh-huh.
I'm surprised we haven't saw nothing from his son Kurt for Kurt to come back.
Right.
You get
Let's
what I mean?
come back.
And they've worked on some pro stock car engines here and there, and they worked on developing some stuff and making some stuff,
Uh-huh.
and for other people. So they're still out there. I see him from time to time. Him and his wife, uh, Arlene, and we see him at the racetrack, and they're still out there. They're in the shadows, but once you become a part of this drag racing life, brother, like you're always there. Look at the snake. Perdone's at every race. You
That's
see
true.
him out there behind Austin Prop, like showing him the ropes and still coming out there giving his talk. You know what I mean? I want to see him get back in the car.
Absolutely. Okay, we're down to 4 minutes, and you made some. We were talking over the offseason. We had to do a lot of discussions in order to get this to work out. Where you're going to be on the show and give us your insight every week. But as we were talking, you released a secret to me, and I kept my secret. Even though I'm media, you said something about season and what you were doing and all the things you were doing. Fill us all in because I know you filled me in, and I kept my secret, which is hard for anybody in the media. That was really hard. I'll tell you that. I kept my secret. And then I look, next thing I see, you went out there and told everybody you're going to be like a satellite team of Schumacher, huh?
Yeah, well, right now, uh, throughout the course right now, like our team right now is still Don Schumacher Racing. He
Okay.
owns everything on the race team and everything else. But what happens is I've formed my own entity and just literally just formed AB Motorsports. And AB Motorsports, what it is that I have unique partnerships with several sponsors, like with Toyota, Hengstefers, and
Right.
Global Electronic Technology, which is a credit card processing company.
Cool.
And what we're doing is we're integrating that in to one day where I could actually take over and actually own my own race team
That's
and
what
then
we're.
still be able to utilize all the benefits of being at DSR at Don Schumacher Racing, like leasing space from him and still being on the side there where I'm able to buy my parts and pieces
Mm-hmm.
and utilize his fab shop, all the
And notes and
engineering
things.
capabilities and everything else. It's kind of like being just a satellite operation, but I'm able to control the path that I'm on and actually and grow the team and doing this and partnering with like my crew chief with Brian Karate, where we're like kind of like the John Forson, Austin Coyle of the old school day, like when they were partners in it,
Uh-huh.
and they grew JFR into what it is today,
Right.
and AB is just for AB Motorsports.
Well,
Like you
that's
know what
why
I
we're
mean?
talking uh, A to B with Antron Brown. That's your segment every single week. And the AB thing kind of sticks. And that is like going from point A to point B, and that's what you're doing right now. Congratulations. I think it's great.
You
It's a
know,
put it behind
well,
behind.
absolutely. Well, the thing about it is it's a work in progress, and it was pretty cool with the announcement. But the thing about it is that now I'm going through all the legwork, and
That's right. A lot of
trust
work.
me, I'm at my desk 24/7 on the phone, calculating, working on deals, and just trying to keep putting everything together and just keep moving forward at the same time, trying to race and go out there and win championships. Also for Matco Tools, who's been my primary sponsor since day one of my
Yeah.
Top Fuel career, and they've been the
Yes.
big backbone in this to help make this all happen. Also, so we're just man, all the distributors just helping us, and I'm just following their lead, man. I'm
Yeah.
following their lead where those distributors go out there like fearless, brother, and they come into their business and start their own franchise to be their own boss and to actually go out there and make their dreams a reality. And I've been motivating to help them, achieve their dreams and their goals. And now I'm leaning on them to help me with mine. And
That's
trust
awesome.
me, I'm over 1,800 strong out there, Macro distributors that's pushing me to do this, to be my own franchisee at the drag strip.
Heck yeah. Way to go, Antron. Well, thanks so much. And we'll check in with you next week as you get 1 week closer to getting out there to Arizona. And we can't wait till you make it to the Gainesville Internationals. We're going to do a 2-hour live show in the Midway in front of all the fans. We're going to be there. We've already done all the engineers have been there to check everything out, make sure all the electrical stuff's going to work. The NHRA is all behind it. We're going to get free tickets to give out to all the fans. This weekend we'll be in Daytona. We'll be at Dayton Busters in Daytona. Lisa and I and Big Al. And we're going to be doing a live show in Daytona before the 500 on Saturday. So our next big show will be the Gator Nationals. After that.
Well, I'm loving it. And you know, you got me there, brother. And we're going to have lots of great giveaways to give away. I'm going to give you some hats. We're going to give you some T-shirts, some old crew shirts. We are going to paint them all down with some NHRA drag racing gear this year and some parts and pieces because, you know, I am the loose nut behind the steering wheel in my top fuel car. And that's why I'm on your show, brother, with you. I'm Racing Nuts. You know this.
I'm the loose nut behind the microphone. See it? It's never too far from me. There's the microphone right there. Hey, Antron, thanks so much. A to B with Antron Brown, the first one out of 42. We'll do a 42-week straight with you, Antron. Thanks so much for being on with the Racing Nuts. And say hi to all the fans in Florida and all over the nation.
I will do. Well, hey, give a big shout out to all of our fans down there in South Florida. You know I used to live out there in Weston.
Oh, yeah.
Miss it. Love you. Stay tuned. And this is the best radio racing talk show on the planet, baby.
There it is. That's the best from Antron Brown right there. We need that plug. And Lisa's back there yelling. Hey, thanks so much, Antron. And we'll get a hold of you next week. We'll do it again.
All right. Sounds good. Looking forward to it.
God bless. See you later, brother.
All right, brother man.